This thing, oh sweet. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Castillero, to our, I don't know now, third, fourth, something like that, annual Back in the Saddle concert. We're excited to invite our friends from Leland and Pioneer here with us. And we have our friends from Lincoln here with us in spirit, even though they couldn't make it. And I know everybody's like, oh, because of the drama. No, they couldn't make it because the district messed up their bus. Of all things, yeah. So, but they are here with us in spirit tonight. But thanks everybody for being here, for joining us. We have a fun but short and sweet program for you tonight. But in front of you, there's somewhere, I don't know what it ended up with, all the numbers that got wrong, but somewhere between 100 and 150 young musicians on stage here. And we got a little bit of a chance this afternoon to run through our pieces together, but we've just been working on them individually in our own schools. And so fun to put it all together here tonight for you. We're going to take some turns conducting the pieces, but I just wanted to kick it off and say again, thanks for being here, and thanks especially Castillero family and community for still being here with all of our exciting, fun drama that went on today. But we're here and everybody's good, and we're going to have a fun concert. So we're going to start off with a piece called Seconds Out. I don't know if Shakespeare wants to talk about it, but I'll welcome up Miss Lara Levy from Pioneer to conduct that one.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman, for tuning in unison, our favorite first song. I'm Lara Levy. I'm the band director and orchestra director at Pioneer, and I just want to thank you all for being here tonight, and especially to our hosts at Castillero and all the parents that made this event worth it, and especially Mr. Bowman for inspiring us to come together to do that. So this first piece is called Seconds Out.
Hey, my name is Mr. Rodriguez. I'm the band teacher at Leland, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Measure R. So, I noticed these lights up here. These are from when the school first was built, like 1960s. And no worries. And Measure R is slated for upgrades of up to like $300 million for San Jose Unified. And so I just want to make sure that you knew about these are the kind of things, these lights, our security at our schools. All of these things are set to be upgraded if we pass Measure R. So hopefully you all got your ballot. We vote yes on Measure R and we get our school upgrades. So with our next piece, this is called Dance of the Shadows. So maybe.
All right, well, they get moved around here a little bit. Thanks again, Mr. Rodriguez and Ms. Levy, for coming and joining us and conducting. It's a lot of fun for me because I get to see a lot of old, faces, familiar faces come back. But it's also fun to work with kids I don't know and to work with a different group. And it's fun for me to have my kids, work with other conductors and have to watch. And you saw some live music in action because there's nothing like live music. But that's some way to work on this afternoon. And the percussion, I don't know what they're like in their situation, but for us, I'm usually half that distance to the percussion, and they're used to the wall being there and all sorts of sound bouncing off it, and they can do a lot of cheating and listening. They're used to listening to the melody come from the clarinets and from the flutes, and they don't really watch back there, and they just get into their little groove, and these guys listen to them, and they just, it works in the small little space with all the walls bouncing off. And then we get out here, and it's way farther away, and the sound is way farther, and then they learn all about acoustics really fast, because that doesn't work when they space out and do that. So, like I said, nothing like live music and learning on the fly. We're going to totally change gears here, though, now. The next piece we're going to do, the next two pieces actually, are by Randall Standridge, who is one of the most prolific band composers these days. If you go look him up online and find a picture of both him and me from, I don't know, like 10 years ago now, probably, because we both went different directions. But it was like my doppelganger for a while. It was really eerie. Somebody came up to me one time and was like, "Why is your picture on the cover of this piece of music?" I don't write music. I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" They showed me a picture on their phone. I was like, "Why am I on there?" And I had to look at it even as myself for a minute and realize, oh, that's not me. So it's kind of crazy. I've never actually met him. Some of my friends have met him and like shown him my picture and met doppelgangers that way. But he writes a lot of, it's fun, the kids like it, stuff, but he's got this project called the Unbroken Project, and there's 3 or 4 pieces, maybe 5 even now, I think, that he's written in that, and Fragile is one of them. And all of them are about mental health and trying to create awareness for that and get it out there and get people talking about it and not be so taboo and have this stigma that our society puts on that. Most pieces that deal with any kind of mental health are like, rah rah, we all made it. And Fragile's not the opposite of that. It's not a sad, depressing thing, but it's more like kind of the realism of struggling with mental health. And a lot of our percussionists, a lot of our teenagers deal with that in some way, whether we want to talk about it or not. So it's good to open that up. But the piece is supposed to kind of walk you through somebody that's dealing with their own fragile emotions, and in the start, it's very hesitant and. They just don't really know how they feel, what's going on. There's some hope in there, but there's some darkness too, there's some clashing, so if you hear some weird sounds, hopefully they're intentional. It goes into a little manic state for a while, and it gets kind of violent, and everything, and that's, when they're kind of going through a break in a manic phase, and then it calms down, and they're okay, and it reaches this big, climax, big high point of it, where they've come back and there's some hope again, but then it still kind of ends like on an unsettled note even, which we don't do in a lot of our stuff because we like to have a big, happy fast ending. So hopefully you can kind of take that journey with it, and you can hear those things in it, but also use it as something maybe to talk to your kiddos. So hopefully you enjoy Fragile. they'll move a little more. A couple more thank yous, and thank you everybody for being here. I want to thank our awesome administration here. I know Ms. Campbell isn't here tonight because she's in Oregon doing a rapid drop off of her oldest kid to college, so that's exciting and special. But she sent her best wishes, and we talked earlier about it, and then of course she missed the most exciting day of the year, so she missed all sorts of fun stuff. None thought she just missed a band concert, but thanks to her, she helps make sure all this stuff happens. And, she's been a great advocate for us since she was here the first time as an assistant principal, and we're lucky to have her. Mr. Jones is here tonight, and oh my gosh, I just blanked on her last name. What? Silva? No. Yes. All right. That's what I get. See, if I just don't say thank yous, and later I just say sorry, I forgot. But they, are both great and managed all of the fun stuff today, and then they're still here tonight to help support us. So thank you both, even if I forget who you are, because that's me. But we just, school wouldn't be the same without the awesome admin and the staff that we have. I saw Teacher Davis floating around here. She's working, and I think somebody else said hi to me too. I don't remember her now, but there's a lot of people. But also a big thanks, I do remember their names, to both Darcie and Thuy for putting all this together, getting the pizza, getting the food, getting everybody fed out there, making sure that things happened, and they were here helping out, throughout the day, and been making sure everybody gets their uniforms and gets all that stuff done. They both stepped up very last minute, and they were like, hey, we see that you need help, and they've just been a lifesaver to make sure everything happens here. So big thank you to them wherever they are. I don't even see them, they're probably off counting or sorting or selling or doing something. I don't know. Oh, there's one of them. But hi, Thuy, thank you. Darcie's here somewhere, but no, there she is. Yep, see, she's over at the table. If you need some stuff, see them. If you want to help out and lighten their burden, go see them too. But thanks again, everybody, for being here. We got one last piece for you. After this last one, your kiddos, whatever age level they are going to go find their space and pack up and do all that. And if you could do everybody's favorite encore piece while they're doing that and make lots of your own music by picking up your chair and putting it away, that would be a great help to our custodial staff, and they would love you and won't charge me money that way. So if you could help out, that would be great. But thank you again for being here and enjoying our Back in the Saddle concert. Please enjoy Shadow Cove March, right? Yeah, got that one right. Sweet. All right, Shadow Cove March. more pictures, one more round for all of our combined bands. We're back on the saddle 24.